I've been stung. I reckon I'm in like a 7 or 8 out of 10 pain. Oh dear.
We are finally gonna give you a full rundown of our house design. Good morning from Costa Rica, this beautiful view that we only have for 3 more days because we're moving out of this incredible place this week. So I just want to soak it in as much as I can. This morning, Nia woke up at 6 a.m., but then he actually went back to sleep. Like he had woken me up and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I got to sit out here for 2 hours by myself. He slept in and it was so nice. I was reading my book, listening to music, just looking at this for hours. It was amazing. But today we are ready to go. We're about to head into San Jose because I am having my 12-week ultrasound here. I was hoping to do it in the UK before we left, but I wasn't far along enough, so they said I couldn't do it yet. So we booked it in for today. Hopefully everything is good. I think it's with the same doctor that we actually had our 20-week one with Nia last time. So he was great, spoke English, so we were able to understand everything. Hopefully all goes well. Are you ready to go on a big adventure? By the way, he's saying Luna because our friends, whose house this is, they live right there and they have a little girl named Luna and it's so cute. He just stands on the balcony saying, Luna, Luna. Luna's not able to play right now, my love, and we're gonna go, but maybe when we come back we can play. Play! So cute.
We're in the car. We are heading to San Jose again, second time this week. The AC does still not work in the car, unfortunately. I've literally been trying so hard. We'll figure out. Hopefully this week we'll get the AC fixed, but it's not as simple as it might be in the UK or the US. It seems like everyone's working on a slightly different time scale here. Yeah.
It's just a test in patience.
Yeah, I'm just going with the flow. I think that's something we need to accept, and I think this is almost a small example of potentially what we might experience with building the house and stuff like that. We've arrived at this spot to eat lunch, and Neo just told me he saw a butterfly. Neo, where's the butterfly? Wow, look. I think that butterfly might have just been born. Food has arrived. We are sitting down for lunch. I don't know what this is. Loaded potatoes.
Chips and guac. We have a falafel bowl.
And some pipas.
More? Okay.
We are in Walmart, just collecting some groceries. Neo, do you like your bike? Look at this little moped. It has a little pizza oven in the back, and you can like slide down the sides to cook pizzas. Beep beep. Neo's just thrown all the dog beds that he found on the shelf onto the floor and made a little bed for himself. Is this fun, Neo? Do you want to lay back? Lay down. Yeah. Wow, we found a tiny miniature little chair for Neo. Is that Neo's chair? Neo, sit down and we'll read this book.
Wow.
Yeah, you can sit down there though. You want to read this? It is time for our weekly produce pickup at the farm. Last week we were in a bit of a rush. I can't remember why. I think I needed to take the car somewhere or something, but we're going to take our time today. Enjoy the garden, enjoy hanging out with our neighbours.
These ones need to get eaten now. They're very ripe. Oh, you love that little one? You want this one? Or he wants that little. Oh, look how happy. It's a baby banana. Some extra herbs and stuff. I don't even know where everything is. I need to learn, but got some rosemary, got some aloe. If we go to the beach today, I figured we might need some. And there's so much. I think I need to like slowly learn what everything is. Oh, there's that parsley. Parsley, right? Parsley? Yeah, take a little bit of parsley. Since we had a really big day out yesterday, we were so exhausted, and we were thinking of just taking it easy today, hanging out around the house, but then a bunch of our friends are going to the beach, and at first we're like, oh, I think we're just gonna relax at home, but then we got FOMO, so now we're going to the beach. But first, we have had the first baby born in Alegria 2 days ago. Our friends, Bradley and Kate, had a beautiful baby girl, and we have a meal train set up with the community, so I've just prepared lunch for them today. We've got the Mexican quinoa. I feel like I've shared a recipe of this, but I'm gonna be filming more and more recipe videos on my channel, so make sure you go check that out. And so we've got that with some sweet potato and like pumpkin, and this is a silken tofu and cilantro kind of lime garlicky sauce to go on top. So yeah, we're gonna go drop that off on the way, and then we're gonna go have a beach day, I guess. You ready? Let's go! Since we're coming to Hako's to go to the beach anyway, we had to come to Karma, which is like the vegan restaurant we love going to. So we got pasta, burger, and salad. We're all gonna share all the things. Yum.
Green smoothies.
Yes.
Carbonara. Beyond Burger. And they have loads of toys here for Neo. We've arrived at the beach in Hako. Neo, it's sand. We've got some other friends from Alegria here with us. We're just sitting, eating some coconut, enjoying the beach. Oh, so good. It's actually, when we came last year, I can't remember which month we came down here, but it was hotter when we came down before.
Yeah.
And today's nice because it's a little bit cloudy. It's still very hot, but manageable.
Yeah. This river is this is a river that's like flowing in to the ocean. It's really nice. You can see them. Fish.
Fish. Can you say fish? We are leaving the beach. Unfortunately, the sun hasn't set yet. It would be nice to stay to sunset, but Raya has a women's circle back at Alegria tonight. We probably can't hang around much longer. We're gonna go and quickly grab a drink at this restaurant and then I think hit the road. But it's been a lovely time at the beach.
Is there anything better than having a full day in the sun on the beach, or just having some kind of adventure in the sun, coming home, taking a shower, and feeling that tired that you get after you've been in the sun having a good, fun day? That's how I feel. But can't go to bed yet because tonight is the first women's circle since I've been back. Louie's filling up the tires on the bike. I'm gonna ride the bike down.
How many coconuts is too many coconuts? feel like you've had 5 coconuts today. Yeah. Are all coconuts called peepers or just the small baby coconuts? Because this is kind of a bit of a bigger one.
Hey guys, I hope that the camera doesn't stop recording on me, but I just got back from the women's circle and I just had to share, like, that was so just soul nourishing for me, having a space dedicated to having like deep chats and to just creating a space for people to really be who they are and to share if anything is heavy on their hearts or anything at all, I think is so important. And I have been missing it so much in my life, having the practice of like a routine weekly or bi-weekly or monthly or just something, a space like this. And I really wanted to share, if any of you feel that this could benefit your life, just to invite you to maybe try to start something like this for you and your friends, or it doesn't have to be in person, it could be on a phone call. And I would say start with at least once a month. Something, obviously here it's a women's circle and the men's circle, which works amazingly for us because then the other person can stay home with Neo while one of us goes to our circle. But when we lived in LA in a house full of men and women, we had just we called it housemate night. And I think we shared this before, but we basically went around a circle and we shared our highlight of the week, something that we really struggled with this week, and then something we need support in. And just that, it was just that prompt, that question, it was so simple, but every single week was so powerful, and it totally changed, like, week by week who was struggling with something. And even if, like, we lived with people, we saw them every day, you know, we're really, really good friends with everyone, but sometimes it's hard to share if you're going through something, difficult. Even if someone says like, hey, how are you? The common response is like, oh, I'm good, how are you? Instead of actually saying if you're not okay. So creating a space that's like, what's something you've really been struggling with this week or this month or however often you check in. You're actually inviting them to share something so they don't feel like they're burdening you or whatever. And we literally, like, every week it was a different person, and then everyone was able to be there for them and give advice if that's what they needed, or just listen if that's what they needed. And it was just so beautiful. So, and the highlight of the week, that's something else. I feel like sometimes people feel uncomfortable sharing, celebrating their wins. And I get that. I think in our society, unfortunately, we're often taught to like dim our light and not to like brag or boast or whatever, but we should be celebrating our wins. And it doesn't have to be like a win or an achievement. It could just be like the highlight of my week was watching the sunset on Thursday. It was beautiful, and I allowed myself to close the laptop and stop work and just enjoy the sunset. Literally just that. But sharing that with someone just means so much. And then also, what do you need support in? And this was like completely different. And sometimes it made total sense of what they were asking, but sometimes it was just like, does someone have a contact of whatever, an electrician or something, like I really need help in this, or it could be like, if you see me in the hallway, could you just give me a hug or give me a smile? You know, it could be anything, but again, just it's hard to ask for support sometimes. So having the space where someone's actually like, how can I support you? How can I help you with something? It opens a space for someone to share. So I just wanted to say just those 3 things, highlight something that has been tough and something that you need support in, or how can you be supported? That creates such a beautiful space. And I feel like if we don't create these spaces to have these deeper conversations, it's really easy to keep a lot of interactions, if not most interactions, just quite surface level. And I found having a toddler, a lot of my friends have young kids, often it's hard because we're meeting up with our kids and we're like running after toddlers and we can barely get a sentence in. So sometimes I feel like I've seen a bunch of people in a week and I've been around people, but I'm actually feeling quite lonely and like I haven't really been able to share if I've actually been struggling with something. Or so I think it's really important to create these spaces, especially if life gets busy and if you have kids and whatever it is. I think that human connection is literally what life is about. So being back here, I just feel like a lot of people here really value that deeper connection with each other. And so there's spaces like this created, which is also very helpful for me to not have to try to hold that space. Because I've thought about creating a women's circle in the UK, but having a young kid, it's just hard, like, to have the energy and time to do that. So, but I know that my soul has felt much more empty over the last 8 months or so that I haven't been here. And now that we're here and I'm back to these spaces and these conversations and these people, I genuinely feel just full. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share. How long have I been recording? 6 minutes. Okay, thank you for listening. Love you guys. Good night.
Today is our last full day in the house that we're renting. We decided we didn't want to leave Alegria. We just wanted to make the most of being at that house with such amazing views. And also we're kind of exhausted from the beach day yesterday. Anyway, it's been a nice chill morning. Neo had an hour's nap. I had to take him out in the car because being in the car on the bumpy roads puts him to sleep. Otherwise we're normally trying to get him to nap and he's in the process of dropping his nap. I don't know if we mentioned, but most days he doesn't nap. Anyway, it's about 2 p.m. now, and although the sun's still quite intense, it is a cloudy day today, which is actually really nice. It's like a bit overcast. So we've decided to walk down to the Hive. There's a jungle path from where we're staying, which we haven't even gone down yet. And I've just dropped our car down at the Hive. So later on, once we've gone for a swim and want to come home, we don't have to walk like a mile uphill to get back home. So I've taken this Super 73 bike with me and in the car, and then I'm riding this back up so we can walk down together and the car's there waiting. It is so nice. Even on an overcast day, it's just so lovely and warm. Oh, I am made for this. I'm made for this weather. Mama's coming. Dada and Neo. Maybe we'll see some animals, like some butterflies. Yeah, look at the butterfly. We'll see butterflies, birds, and maybe monkeys. We are about to jump on a call with our architect to finalise some bits of the build.
I don't know, have we given them a proper update?
We'll give you, maybe we'll do this call and then we'll give you an update to where we're at. Because to be honest, I don't even really know.
The main update is we're further behind than we hoped. Yeah. Originally, they were gonna start building before we got here, and then it was gonna be like this week, and now it's gonna be next month. And I think it's obviously our first experience with building something, and everyone says things take way longer than you think. I think we were trying to be optimistic about it, but we're just trying to speed things along because we want to be here for as much of the build as possible. So yeah. That's the main goal of today's call, is how can we make things start as soon as possible. Yeah,
let's get this smooth, streamlined. Okay, let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, so this is a recent photograph I took 2 days ago above our lot. Yeah. I've overlaid where you suggested the house positioning. So the current position means we'd have to chop down 2 or 3 trees. So our suggestion is, instead of up here, could we bring it down basically as close to the edges of the lot here and here? The long-term plan is we want to build another property over here as well. At the moment, if it was in this position you suggested, it would restrict how big we could build another property. Yeah. So we love this position here. This area is pretty flat. Like I've already did some excavation and like leveling. There's a big rock. Okay. There's a big rock like around here that needs to be flattened or removed. Broken. Yeah, removed. It's very big though. The excavator couldn't do it. They said we needed to break it. This would be my dream for the house to be here. Yeah. It means we need to do some more leveling and bring this area of the land more out. And it could be that we only have to do a bit of support under this bit of the house. And then maybe the balcony could even be suspended a bit on some stilts.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
we just want to do whatever's most cost efficient. So the question is as well, like if we are waiting for 3-4 weeks for approval from the government or whatever, it might be that we could at least figure out the position and start leveling that area of land, getting some excavators in and getting that prepared and ready, because I think that's something we could even start next week. Because when we were here last year, I just did it. I just started leveling the land. So I don't think we need... I can email the DRC and say, hey, we're just going to continue, because we already started doing it. I just want to... I guess our desire is to have the process as much of the... Basically to get started as soon as possible, and then as much of the build... Like, we don't want to be waiting around, basically. There's stuff we can start doing. Maybe...
We have to leave end of April.
Yeah, we have to leave the end of April. Maybe I can come back in June, or we can come back in June for a week or something.
We don't know yet.
But we're not sure on that. But we're definitely here till the end of April. So
And you have to be able to move the bus.
yes, I have to be able to move the bus into position. So even if the roof isn't built and there's still more to building, if we can get the foundation in, the bus positioned. Cool.
And
yeah.
that's why I want to have the budget as soon as possible to know how much it's gonna cost and to talk about it with you and to decide things, because I don't know if the budget goes up and up within the elements that we have discussed.
He's not got it yet. When you're doing the cost estimate, if you can be as thorough as possible with like what's included with that cost, like is it like the plug sockets, the lights, the doors, the windows, and then if there's things that aren't included specifically, like it might be like that cost includes just like a polished concrete floor. Yeah, so maybe you do a basic cost estimate. And then you show us what are the main decisions we need to make that will affect the cost. So as you can see, like this is where we'd started building up the level of the ground, because this was originally all a steeper slope. But this is pretty level, this section here. Okay, so let's try and get some plans together. I'll send you this today with the location. Can we try and send some plans beginning of the week to DRC?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I have my drafter working on that. So if you send me over this, I will send it to him. I will send it to the structural structural engineer for him to know. I will send it to the electrical engineer as well to change the location of the house. Thank you, and I'm very happy to have you here in Costa Rica.
And maybe we'll see you. We'll see you on Thursday.
On Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Victor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. It is Thursday. Last night was lovely to begin with. We had dinner with Ryan and Janet and Luna. We played some Mario Kart. Then I headed off to my men's circle around the fire pit. I don't vlog any of the men's circle because it's all kind of sharing vulnerably and personally. Anyway, it's cool. When I got home though, Raya was saying she felt really sick, and then unfortunately she was up all night sick, and she only got like 2 hours sleep, and it was like really aggressive, and like we don't think it's the pregnancy, it might be something she ate, but then that doesn't make sense because me and Neo were fine. We're just eating the same stuff. So anyway, she's back in bed sleeping. I've been making breakfast with Neo. We made some porridge. I've started eating the red bananas that I harvested last week. They are ripe and ready. Chopped one up in Neo's porridge. Something else happened though. I was making a smoothie and we bought this protein powder, which was like really expensive. It was like maybe like $40 for this bag. And I had it open on the side and I was looking for a spoon to scoop 1 spoon into my smoothie. And before I knew it, in a flash, Neo had grabbed it, pouring it all over the floor. almost $10 worth of some, protein powder on the floor there. I managed to save some. I managed to scoop some back into the bag. Yeah, it was an accident, wasn't it? That was an accident, Neo. The other thing that's happening today is we are sadly leaving this casita. We are moving down to another place. We're kind of bouncing around throughout our trip, but we're not going to be staying in Alegria anymore because this is booked out. We've got a house we're staying at in the little town down the mountain, Oratina. So we're packing all our stuff up and relocating. Probably in the afternoon now, once Raya's rested. I am down on our lot, standing in head-high grass right now. I'm just with the guys that are helping build our house, the architect and our friend Liles, just planning out where exactly are we going to be building the building, what is the blueprint area, and at the moment we're just looking at how do we get this level of land up to the right height. Oh, I'm getting stung by something. We may have to have part of the house in stilts, or we need to bring in a lot of material to like have underneath the house, but majority of the house, like 80% of it, is going to be on flat land, and then we might need to have a bit of it extended. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but I've been stung by something, and I think it could be one of those really venomous, hairy caterpillars. So, oh yeah, just here. So I've been told there's a trick to try and get any of the little stinging needles out. Just to put duct tape on it. I don't know if they're... Oh yeah, I can see some. Oh wow.
Because there was nothing around there.
Can you see here?
Oh yeah. You get any relief from that?
Oh. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah?
It feels better already.
That's a good trick.
I think we've basically had confirmation that... Oh, I picked up Raya, by the way.
We're just falling apart over here. Basically.
I told him this morning that you were sick all night.
Yeah.
I think you're making a slow recovery. Anyway, now I'm the one that's in a health situation. I think this was a hairy caterpillar sting, which can be really severe. Thankfully, I think it just brushed me, but I'm still in...
One of our friends brushed against one and she passed out from the pain.
I reckon I'm in like a 7 or 8 out of 10 pain. Like it's bad.
Luckily, literally 3 days ago, our friends were saying that if you put the tape on like this and remove it, it can remove the like fuzzy, what is it called?
Go. The little stingers.
Yeah. So we've done it. So, because they said that, Louis went out and bought tape.
Yeah, this tape is specifically for this.
I think there's like 5 maybe on here. Okay. I'll do it one more time. Already since doing this, it's gotten way less red.
Yeah, and the pain has subsided a little bit. My whole arm and side is like throbbing.
I just don't understand why it needs to be that poisonous.
I know.
This is life in Costa Rica though. Honestly, the way I'm scared of the snakes, the scorpions, but I just think like if we move to paradise, other creatures want to live in paradise as well. That's just kind of the...
Yeah, we're gonna get peepers, mister.
It's about being prepared like this, knowing what to do in each situation.
Yeah.
And luckily, we live in a community, so there's always someone that can help.
It is amazing though, I wouldn't have known to do this.
Yeah,
I think I'd be in a lot more pain right now if we hadn't.
Look, there's like maybe 2 or 3. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna pick up the final belongings at our casita and we're heading down to our new house. We have just arrived at the new place we're staying for the next month, and right across from where we're staying there is this little park for Neo to play on. How nice is that? Also, we get a lot more daylight. It's just gone 5:30 and the sun has just dipped. Whereas in Alegria, we're the other side of the mountain, so it kind of gets dark around 4:30, or at least the sun dips. But hello. Do you like this? Hello. Hola. Neo, can you say hola?
Hola.
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 Yeah. Good news, the caterpillar sting, the pain has subsided. I think doing that duct tape a few times actually got out all of the little stinging hairs. So I'm feeling way better. Still a little bit painful, but that was crazy. I forgot my shirt today, so I scrambled around and in the container found this cycling top, which at least gives me kind of shoulder coverage. I've got my hat with its little cape for neck coverage. Hopefully I don't get stung by a hairy caterpillar again. Today's mission is, tomorrow, a guy is coming to properly do the topography. We've had this done a few times now, but like really map out the edges of the lot, exactly where our setbacks are, and that will allow for the build to happen and us to locate the house properly and figure out what needs to happen. But in order for him to do that, I need to trim the edges of the lot as best as I can with this big strimmer weed whacker. I managed to do a few kind of sections the other day, just at least get into the container, to the bus, and up roughly where we want to build the house. But I'm going to have another go now, just going around the edge of our land. That will allow him to do his thing tomorrow morning. So that is the main goal today. Been rummaging around for ages trying to find gloves, and I found about 5 different left gloves, but I only found one right glove, and this is like a neoprene diving glove, but it's going to stop me getting a blister again on my hand from the weed whacker. Remembered my eye protection today, just from things flicking up. I'm going to start here. I think I'm going to go from here just down to the drainage channel and then make my way up to that corner and see how we get on. Well, my batteries have run out. I'm going to try and drive my car up through the back way here just to clear a bit more space, and then I'm going to get my new tape measure, which is a 15-meter tape measure. I can start kind of roughly mapping out and measuring before the guy comes tomorrow. It's going to be pretty crazy, but that's why I got this car. Okay, it's intact, but my whole bumper just came off. Whoa, okay. Oh, it must have got caught on these tree stumps. Wow, okay. Yeah, because of this big stump and those, I don't think I can come up. Oh man. I lost my bumper, but I managed to do a bit of quick clearance. This is so much quicker than trying to do strimming. I'll probably like trim this back a bit as well, but look how quick that was. Nice. My next project, obviously assessing all the repair and restoration of the bus. I think it's about time I head back down to Raya now. Okay, this is where I got to. What I might do is come back down during the time the guy is coming to do the topography and offer to trim back anything else he needs access to, because I'm not really sure that I am pooped and I need to charge my batteries, literally and metaphorically. What's mama?
Yeah.
And what's dada? And what's Neo? We were going to go to another restaurant tonight. That was closed. We've come to this is like the most local Costa Rican food you can get. Patacones, which is like deep fried plantain, and then rice, beans, veggies. Which is
Hello. I'm finally feeling the energy to vlog. It took me 2 days to recover just to get my strength back. I think being pregnant didn't help with that recovery, but I'm finally feeling better and I'm finally feeling hungry, which is a great sign. But now Louis stayed up really late last night editing, so he's not feeling well. He's just so tired. So he's just gonna sit in the car for like 10 minutes and try to rest a little bit. But we have just arrived at Alegria because this Saturday is the Alegria Feria. It's like a market happening. And we may have vlogged one right before we left last time. It was the first ever one here. We vlogged the one down at the other community before. But Alegria started doing it, and they've been doing it regularly since that first one we vlogged like 10 months ago. And it is so much bigger and better, and there's vendors, and I'm so excited. Apparently there's amazing food, and I don't even know what there's gonna be. I'm sure there are gonna be pipas. We'll try to find one for you, mister. But I'm just so excited. And I was thinking, obviously we have to drive up from where we're staying, but not long from now, we're gonna be able to just walk down from our house and buy homemade goods from our neighbors. Just sounds like the dream, really. Brought the pizza home that we ordered at the market, and now we're having it for lunch. How is it, Neo? Pizza! It is the next day. It's Sunday, the end of the week, and this week has officially been tough for us. All of yesterday, Louis ended up being really sick. He was in bed all day. Weirdly, a different thing from what I had, so just random that this week just took us both down.
Yeah.
But today, we're all feeling good. Hopefully it stays that way. We're gonna go get some pipas, the little coconuts, at the grocery store on the way. And then we're gonna go play bingo. There is a big fundraiser for the local school today, so we're gonna go play bingo, hang out, buy some food, see everyone, and then see what we do after that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're all feeling better now. Let's just leave all that behind us and go enjoy today. Woo!
Before we head up to the school,
I brought metal straws because if you didn't know, with coconuts, there's like kind of 3 hole things at the top. They're like indents, and you kind of feel around. But one of them, I think it's that one, yeah, is soft enough where you can just push a metal straw through. And this is literally nature's juice box. It's so good. Did you like it?
pipa!
We all need the electrolytes right now.
If you remember last year, we did some volunteer work at this school. We managed to raise some funds, which they're still distributing to their projects.
Also, we actually set up a Patreon page for them, so it's amazing. We'll link it down below here, but you can literally give like $1 a month and it all adds up and helps them so much. So we'll link it here as well, because with that Patreon, they just bought a new fridge and a new stove, which is amazing because the last ones didn't work.
We've got 12 bingo cards here, and we're using little corn kernels to mark the numbers. Hopefully they don't blow away. This is going to be interesting, trying to look at all the numbers like this.
Oh, someone got it. Oh, Kristen!
Unfortunately, we didn't win anything at bingo, but that was fun. That's for Neo. We are heading to the pool now to relax and cool off.
That was way more intense and stressful than I was ready for.
Yeah.
But people here are intense about it. They have their own little chips that they bring.
They are serious about
Can't
bingo.
keep up with them.
Raya is going to a sound bath.
Yes, some of our neighbors from Alegria are hosting a sound bath at this house nearby that's for sale.
Check this out. Gonna have a little nosy around. This is spectacular. I see this being like the size of our main house.
Yeah.
Imagine 2 wings like this. We are back down in Oratina at our house where I finished up her sound bath. We picked her up and she's just knocked up a delicious dinner for us. Spaghetti and a tofu. Is it tofu?
Yeah, blended tomatoes and tofu with garlic and then just some sauteed veggies as well.
Nice. Neo kept on falling asleep when we were driving places, but you stayed awake, didn't you? Do you want some spaghetti, pasta?
It's hot. You have to blow on it, Neo.
Can you blow it?
Okay guys, before we end the vlog, we realized we said earlier that we were gonna give you a full breakdown of the house, and we didn't. So this is the time. We are finally gonna give you a full rundown of our house design. So, we're very excited. Before we start, I just wanna say, this will eventually be our guest house. So think of it that way. I know last time people were very passionate about whether the bus should or should not be inside the house. And most of the people's arguments were like, when your kids grow up, they're gonna need their own rooms. Why would you do this? This will eventually be, it's like a fun guest house vibe. We will eventually build our main house that has lots of bedrooms for all the kids. That will happen in 5 or so years. For now, this is something that we can just be creative and have fun and do something unique and different. So that's what we're doing.
Also, I'll go into this more, but the bus for me is a physical representation of this life of adventure and creative thinking, out of the box thinking that I want our kids to be raised with this wild imagination and this like iconic symbol of like all these amazing adventures we have been on and are gonna go on as a family. So
Yeah.
there's lots of deep meaning behind it all. So when you watch me like restoring this like rotting corpse of a bus from our land, remember, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, ready? We're gonna go whoop into the corner and now you will see the blueprint, like overview of the house.
You can see my mouse moving around as well.
Yeah.
So this is the bus up at the top. This is the view at the bottom here looking out. So this is the
Yeah.
balcony looking down onto our land. And then I think we've shown a little bit of this early design last year, but we've kind of
Just quickly to say,
Finished
if you
it.
didn't know, we have a Patreon. Over the last year, we've been showing all this, we've been asking advice. We even asked our Patreon, like people on our Patreon to help us vote for the name of our street. So if you're one of our Patreons, you know, you've seen all of this months and months in advance. So if you want to get all this inside scoop, we will link our Patreon down below. But yeah, just quick shout out. We love you guys, all our Patreons. We have a monthly call. We tell you all of the updates months and months before we tell our YouTube channel. Anyway.
So this is the downstairs. It's a big open plan. You'll see some more 3D renders in a moment, but we've got the bathroom, we've got my office, we've got the laundry room, big kitchen at the front.
Laundry
here.
/ pantry kind of storage room. Yeah.
Big kitchen at the front here and living room. And then this will be the front door. And then this will be big glass doors that you'll see in a moment opening out onto the balcony.
Yes. The most important thing for me is view, windows, light as much as possible. So it's all about just like taking it. And when you see the view, if you have seen it in the past, it's so beautiful. That's what I wanted to maximize the most. So.
Okay.
Here we go.
This is a view from essentially the front door. You
Yeah.
see the edge of the bus here. It's looking out across the living room. You see the glass doors, sliding doors, and then the stairs up to the loft bedroom, and then a little walkway onto the deck of the bus, which at the moment will just be all open, but potentially we could enclose. I think eventually phase 2, we might enclose the loft bedroom a bit as well.
Yeah.
But this is it.
The loft bedroom is a guest bedroom if our parents visit. I think I'll also have my office up there. For my office, I love as much light as possible. I want sunshine in my eyeballs as I'm working.
And I want the opposite.
The
I want to be
complete
in a
opposite.
dungeon.
Yeah.
A dungeon.
So Louis' room is literally a dungeon. And the only reason you can see those tiny windows on the side is because I was like, Louis, you need some light ventilation, something. But the good thing about Louis' room being a dungeon is that's gonna be like, we're gonna put a dehumidifier, AC, everything. That's gonna be where all the tech is stored, so it's gonna stay dry during rainy season.
Okay, this is viewing back towards where we were just standing. So this is where the bus is. Obviously it's not yellow, but we're gonna actually paint it. Maybe we could share some ideas of some fun painting we wanna do on it.
I'm thinking for this middle bit, like on the right where there's currently a random cupboard, that's where I want the main play area.
Yeah,
for
so
the kids.
all this stuff over there, but also like maybe a little like
I'd love a little like
playhouse.
Yeah, just something fun. And the good thing is that's visible to me from the kitchen. So currently in our house in the UK, the kitchen and living room are separate. And while I'm cooking, Neo's playing and someone needs to watch him. It's complicated. But if I can be cooking and see the kids playing, that's the dream.
Cool. This is jumping upstairs. This is looking from the loft bedroom. This is another view slightly over so you can see the deck of the bus. This is from outside. So this is looking back in towards the house from where the balcony is. Now, it's a bit deceptive here because this is on a perfectly flat, huge field. But this will
not what our land is.
This will be elevated. So this will be on stilts probably.
Yeah.
And this whole thing is on a slope. So there's like a partial flat section here, but this is all sloping down.
Which I think is cool because it kind of feels weird if a balcopy is flat. Then it's like, what's the point? Yeah.
It's going to be cool. So we want to move this round window down a bit, hopefully. But
the round roof was one of the most important things for both of us, but especially Louis was very passionate about it. Quick little story about that. When we were first making our Pinterest board to share with our architect to give him like vibes of what we like in terms of interior design and stuff.
And then I started pinning like stuff like this.
Wild with the round roofs. And I was like, this is a little too much because I don't think he understands that you just are talking about the roof here.
Yeah,
I felt so bad because one of our first calls with him, he'd spent ages redesigning the house to be this round house that fit these images that Louis was pinning. And after like he did this whole big presentation, and at the end of it we're like, we don't actually want the house to be round.
I know.
I
didn't realize you could add notes to Pinterest. Anyway. Okay, so this is looking into the kitchen.
I'm so excited to have a kitchen with just beautiful windows and light, and I can film cooking videos.
None of this has been like actually designed yet. This is just like the architect's impression of what we're going to have. It's going to be quite different.
Yeah.
This will be the secret, I guess not so secret, entrance into my office.
You haven't even told them that.
Have I not?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe I've been talking to the patrons about it, but we're going to pull a little book open, and the bookcase is going to hinge open to a secret office. But that is going to be the door. I've always wanted to do that since I was a kid. Okay, this is another view looking out across the dining room. Probably in the dry season, we'll bring we'll have a nice live edge wooden dining table, and we'll put it out on the balcony. I reckon we'll see how it goes. We still need to figure out a sofa size.
This is not the design of like the furniture.
And I don't know who that is.
Don't know.
This is cool.
Yeah. Something I'm thinking could be cool here is on the other side of the kitchen window. I kind of want to build like a little bar with some stools. I think it'd be fun if I could like make smoothies and serve them. People are sitting on the balcony. I think that's a fun little touch.
Yeah, it's another view.
Something Louis is quite worried about is that there are not enough windows. Actually,
I just want the windows bigger, but I think there are probably enough windows.
Yeah.
Nighttime. Obviously, not much privacy in this house. I guess we'll have blinds.
Yeah, and our bedrooms will be in the bus. I don't think we've explained that. So we're completely redesigning the bus. We're still kind of figuring that out, but
there'll probably be a video coming up on my channel next week with a big breakdown of how the bus is doing. And
yeah, Louis is gonna completely renovate the bus on this trip on his channel. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, that's where you'll see all of that. But yeah, cool.
I think we're there. That's like a few other views of the space, but yeah, looking at. I love how it's all open plan. I'm so excited to get this started.
Yeah.
And
again, this will be our guest house. So I think it's great that we can, well, I'm sure we'll make mistakes. We'll learn a lot of things. And it's almost like a practice round for when we build our dream house, which will be much, much bigger and much more expensive. So
it's still going to be cool, but this isn't our ultimate dream house. But
this is like a fun, play, quirky guest house vibe.
And I'm really excited once the shell's done, because it's going to be pretty basic, like the actual design.
Yeah.
That we can really start bringing in the flavor and personal touch with all of the interior design.
I'm hoping the build will be pretty quick because it's almost like a warehouse or something. It's very empty and open inside, which is what we love.
Yeah, it's not very complicated. They told us 5 months, we'll see.
We're giving them 10. We're basically doubling it to see before we come back. But yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
If you've built a house, if you have any tips, if you see anything that you're like, ooh, I mean, we're pretty much locked in at this point, but if it's within 10%, we could still change a few things. So if you have any opinions, ideas, we'd love to hear it. Please be kind to us. The bus is staying, okay? It's too late. You can't vote for the bus to leave. The bus is staying. But yeah, let us know what you guys think.
And if you're excited to follow us on the next 3 months of being out here in Costa Rica and the journey we're on, please subscribe. And we'll catch you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.